Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I have for you a full guide for legendary crafting. Just a quick disclaimer, this update is dropping on September 3rd, so in about 3 weeks. Therefore, you should keep in mind that although very unlikely, some changes can still happen before release. Most likely they will not, but they can. So, disclaimer out of the way, what is legendary crafting? We will be able to equip any legendary effect we want on any weapon, basically. Whatever you want, as you can see in here, you will be able to swap star by star, and there is cost associated with that, as well as legendary mod boxes. So, how do you get legendary mod boxes and how it works? That would be probably your first question. So, whatever legendary weapons you have, you will be able to scrap. For example, I can scrap this legendary Gatling Plasma. It has 3 legendary effects: armor piercing, weapon speed, and reduced weight. The proper names of those effects are always listed on the right, so anti-armor, rapid, lightweight. I have a chance to receive a box mod when I scrap this weapon. One of those 3 mods can be dropped after scrapping in form of a box mod. As well, there is even a smaller chance that I will learn the recipe and I will be able to craft legendary mod boxes. So, how the scrapping works? Unlike scraping at the machine, you go under the workbench, you go to usual scrap menu, and then you go and scrap the weapon. Everything can be scrapped, and you have a chance to receive something from those effects on it. So I choose to scrap it. In addition, I'm getting 4 script for a 3 star. Very little script comparing to script machine, but main purpose of scrapping is to receive those legendary mod boxes. And I received nothing. I can try to scrap more of my legendary weapons. It's public test server, so don't worry that I'm scrapping them. It never carry over to actual servers, so it's not real loss. I'm scrapping. Will I get something? So far, no. And still no. As you can probably guess, the chance that you will receive a legendary effect from weapon you are scrapping is indeed very low. I did receive nothing so far from everything I scrapped in here. So the chance is there. And now, added rapid, finally. So I was able to show you. I received a mod box, as it says added. Otherwise, it will say something else, like learned. Added, so I received a mod box. If I go under new now, you can see I have rapid. That's a mod box that gives 25% weapon speed, and I can equip it on weapons. You can probably already see it has value. So yes, those are tradable. You can sell those boxes to other players. You can trade with them. You can buy from them boxes you need and sell them boxes you don't need. So it's a new economy going into play. So I have it now. I can install it. So let's try to modify some of my weapons so you see it in action and the cost associated with that. Oh, in case you have a non-legendary weapon, you want to make a legendary, first you need to add legendary effects. And they cost legendary modules. 3 star will be 15. You will get 3 random effects and you need to do it first. So you need to spend 15 legendary modules to get random effects. After that, you can modify those effects, but first the weapon needs to be made legendary. In the same time, if you want to ask, no, there is no more re-rolling. So as you can see, I cannot randomly change those effects. I can change them one by one, but existing system with re-rolling will no longer be present. Some weapons, like special weapons like Tactical Cold Shoulder, those cannot have any additional legendary effects added. For obvious reasons, they kind of already legendary. Now, if I have a 1-star legendary weapon, I can change the prefix, and as well I have option to add additional stars. Adding the stars costs the same as adding all the stars for weapon that is non-legendary, but it's only adding legendary mods. It is not changing existing one. So if it's bloodied, it will remain bloodied. 2 random legendary effects will be added on top, which is a great improvement compared to existing system that only makes you change everything randomly. And now let's try to modify something. For example, let's go with my pepper shaker, because, oh, it's already rapid. So let's go with my, that's rapid too. All of them I have a rapid outside of railway, so let's modify railway. So let's say I want to change it to rapid, from vital to rapid. I am paying 10 script, and I am using 1 legendary mod box that's called rapid. I put it on, and if I want to change something else, the price is going up. Now it's 15 script. So it's not really bad, but more you keep changing, the more it will cost you. Do I have something else here? Look, I change it again. It doesn't matter if I'm changing the same or different. Now it's 25 script. It's still not bad. It's not a lot, but it does add up. If I change it for the 3rd time, it goes up to 45. So at some point, it will be very expensive if you keep swapping. So you cannot be swapping forever. You need to choose something. You should know that already before you start randomly swapping to whatever you drop, and your weapon at some point will be more expensive to modify than craft a new one from scratch. Just a heads up. Now you probably wonder if you can craft those legendary mod boxes, how you do that. For crafting of those mod boxes, you need to move towards the Tinker's Workbench. Can be any Tinker's Workbench, and there is new option. This new option is only visible for you after you unlock the first legendary recipe for modbox. And then I have unlocked several. So for example, I can craft Blooded. That will require Adrenal Reaction Serum and 15 legendary modules. Overeaters, Perfect Bubblegum, 15 legendary modules. If I want to craft 2-star effect or 3-star effect, the price of modules goes up quite a lot. So 2nd star, 30 legendary modules, and 3rd star, 60 legendary modules. So you can probably already figure out it will be much easier to swap the prefix, which is the 1st star, than to swap the last star. 60 legendary modules may sound like quite a lot, although I need to tell you some good news. It will be easier to get legendary modules, those that you use for crafting. For example, after this patch, if you choose to do Imposter event, you will get 5 legendary modules, which is quite good. 5 legendary modules for that. If you do something like Scorby's Queen, I think she will be dropping 2 legendary modules. Regular events will be dropping 1 legendary module, so from 1 to 5 legendary modules, you will be able to get from events. So farming them, it's not end of the world, but still a 3-star effect, crafting of it, it will be quite expensive. And you probably notice the additional cost of special resources, sometimes bobbleheads. I will show you on the screen now a full list created by Mapex. So you can have some idea about the cost. Although, as always, in case of details like a cost, it's always subject to change, even after they implement it. In the future patch, they can decide to change it, but that is okay. For now, you have some idea. You can screenshot those if you need, or I will just link Mapex page in the pinned comment so we can go there and check it out. Check out what cost and how much. Now, as legendary crafting is being added, you no longer can craft a random legendary items. What used to be crafted as random legendary, for example, it will be, where is it? Secret Service armor that used to craft as random legendary. Now it's just plain armor. You craft it without any effect. I can craft level 15 here. And if you see it, it's just a regular non-legendary Secret Service chess piece. still cannot be traded. I like this addition. Next to items, when you inspect them, that it says which items cannot be traded. It makes life a little bit easier. I like this addition really a lot. About weapons that will still craft as a legendary, those are named weapons. So those basically work the same as they always were. The legendary named weapons, I have some... where is it there? Medical malpractice, for example, will still craft as a legendary, still cost the same. So to be honest, crafting a bunch of medical malpractice and scrapping them to unlock VATS hit chance, less AP cost as a ready box mods, it will be probably cheaper than craft less AP cost. It will be cheaper than craft this box mod to just craft like 100 medical malpractice that will cost you 200 legendary modules, which is equivalent of crafting this effect 3 times. So you can just do 100, learn everything, and get a bunch of box mods. So that's cool. Soul Survivor, Whistle in the Dark, the same thing. You just need to pay attention what you want, as you will unlock what is on the weapon or armor. The same rules applies to armor. So it's the same. There is no named legendary armor, unfortunately, that you could craft, so we'll need to farm them. Legendary crafting, of course, can be used for power armor, if you have questions about that, with obvious exceptions that are still in play in regards to what's not possible. When you go under modifications, you will see what's not possible. For example, power armor, there is no unyielding available. No unyielding at all. The good news is Bethesda is slowly extending what can be applied to what. For example, most weapons now, after this update, you will be able to equip with explosive legendary effect, even if weapons themselves are energy. For example, if I open this laser carbine, I can put explosive on it. So you can on energy weapons from the next update. The last thing to address, the legendary cores. Those will no longer be used. It's yet to be confirmed what's gonna happen with them. It's no final confirmation, so yeah, that's so you know. There is a speculation that they will translate 1-to-1 into legendary script, which is really not a great exchange. I'm guessing better than nothing. But there would be no use case for legendary cores with legendary crafting. One bad news as well in here, as you can see, the cost of purchasing legendary modules from Merma is going up to 100, so it seems like we'll be using script for legendary crafting, but legendary modules mostly will be getting from events and other activities, as it is much easier to do couple events than spend 500 script on 5 modules. Legendary exchange machine is unchanged. You'll be able to just slot in stuff, exchange for script on the same rules as always. Just put it in there and it's script. Or take it back if you change your mind. If you still have any questions about the legendary crafting system, please let me know in the comment section. As well, if anything changes in live version, I will of course update this guide. I hope I will not need to, but in case something changes, I will update this guide. Additionally, I am working on the second guide, which will be about how to prepare for the next update, the best way, what to save, what to farm, to be ready for September 3rd. And that being said, thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.